Hi everybody, welcome back to Scrappy Adam. Thank you for joining for another video. Now, I didn't get my video for yesterday up, so I am doing a 2-for today. So we will be doing yesterday's Mixed Media Frenzy, which is this gorgeous layout that I chose for the Mixed Media Frenzy gang, and it's by Scrappy Cathy, my lovely friend over the pond, and she did this for Scrapper Sketch, so it's Scrappy Cathy for Scrapper Sketch, and she's got these gorgeous, I don't know, sort of like strips. So she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sort of like curled strips, like bananas, I guess. That's not the best description, but you know what I mean. Then we've got this bit of journaling here, which connects her embellishment cluster here to her photo cluster here, where we've got a lovely frame and a photo and lots of things sticking out. Of course, she's used Flare because she is Daft's biggest fan, and I love this. So I am combining this week's Mixed Media Frenzy with May I Scraplift You, the series that I have joined with Crystal from Pineapple Papers, Karina, Moira, Sandy. Excuse me if there is anybody missing. I am very new, so forgive me. So, and obviously I am scraplifting Scrappy Cathy, because that is the one that I'm doing for Mixed Media Frenzy, and I've always wanted to scraplift this layout anyway, so it is a scraplift off my pile. So, my mixed media is going to be quite subtle as such. I'm not going to get messy like Cathy did. I am going to be doing some stamping, and I am going to be using, if I can pull it out, which I can't, this gorgeous stencil from Carabel Studio, and I really love it. I'm sure you've seen it on my channel. It's quite random, but I thought, hey, let's just go for it. And I'm thinking we might use a bit of this and a bit of, turned it upside down, this one, which is like a bit watery. So that's what I'm going to do. I have got a sheet of 12 by 12 white smooth cardstock, and I am actually going to use a white piece of cardstock because that's what Cathy used, and she did lots of splatters as well, so we are going to be doing those as well, of course. I'm documenting this photo of myself at the beach, and I am using 49 Market's Vintage Artistry Beached collection. So we've got the bubbles and trinkets epoxy bits, we've got the ephemera, we've got the rub-ons, and we've got the chipboard. Then I also pulled in this, which is 49 Market, but sky and navy. And I figured we might be able to use some of this, especially these mixed media bits there. More so those ones. And we might also find something on there and something there. So I thought they may come in very handy indeed. Of course, in this rub-on pack, there will be bits that we can use as well, such as the wavy things, more mixed media bits, some netting. So yeah, I want to use some rub-ons because 49 and Market do the best rub-ons ever. I love them. So that is the main things that I am using today. I might also throw in a few patina finish sequins from Spiegelmom Scraps. We'll see whether I do or not. We have got these just because I looked over and I saw them. These are Studio Calico chipboard shapes. Don't know if I'll use them. I just saw these things and they're in like a little box to the right of me. I've got all small stickers, puffy stickers, chipboard, all of them. Just small packets to the side of me. So I may bring one in. It depends on the colour. I've got this 3D printed title which says Treasured Moments. This is from James, who is the face behind JD 3D Print, which is exclusively available at Hey Little Magpie. And excitingly, I received these today. They only got added to the website today, I think, or yesterday. And these are brand new enamel dots. And we've got a lot that are sort of crystallized glitter. And then we've got 3 sets that are just standard enamel dots. Now these aren't just any ordinary enamel dots. These are exclusively and made by Hey Little Magpie. So Sarah has, she's done amazing. They are amazing and I love them. So I do want to get some of those in. I figured we've got some of these blues. We've got some of the pinks because there may be a hint of pink if I have to. Depends what embellishments we choose. So I'm going to use some of those as well. There are various sets available, and I do love the names, Sarah. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different sets available. And they are on the website now, and they are a lot cheaper than you would pay in a collection. So let's get going. Mixed media wise, I've got 2 Catherine Pooler ink, Fiesta Blue and Be Mine. This might be a bit bright, I'm not sure yet. And Salty Ocean, Tim Holtz Distress. I figured that's going to work for a beach photo. And I have got some splatter material. We've got Ocean and Magenta in gloss spray. I do think I might bring a couple of others in. So we've got this turquoise, and Nouveau Mica Mist in Nebula Blue. I might bring others in, let's see how it goes. So, I'm going to start with the pink. I'm not sure about it, if I'm honest. Now, we all know I'm not a pink fan. Oh, I've not spoke about these. But there is pink in it, so it depends on the embellishments, really. But I can't do the embellishments until I've done the... You know what I mean. So these are Vintage Artistry Essentials square stitched frames from 49er Market, and there's 6 pieces, although there looks to be more. So we've got 4 frames and 2 journaling pieces made to fit 3x3 and 4x4 photos, and I love these so much. I think she's actually put some others in. These were sent to me by Scrappy Kathy, so I thought let's start using them on this layout, which is in honour of the best Scrappy Kathy. So yeah, Kathy has put extras in for me because Kathy is a very naughty lady, but a very lovely lady. So thank you so much, Kathy. So these are amazing. Oh, I love them. Wow, 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 wow. So I might actually use one of these though, because it's quite beachy. And what I could do is do something like that. So we might use that one. But if we look here, I might end up bringing a little one in as a little bit of a extra sort of piece. So I'm going to leave those 2 out because we may end up using those. Thank you so much, Kathy. I should have opened those earlier because they are absolutely amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, my friend. Okay, so let's get them back in there so I don't lose them. See, I've already lost one thing. I do love 49er Market. If you've not tried them yet, I would strongly recommend it. Okay, so I'm going to leave all that there, and we're going to just start doing a bit of our inking. As I said, it's not going to be anything complicated, given I have been a bit late with this video, so I do apologise to the Mixed Media gang and Crystal and the May I Scraplift You crew, but life got in the way. It was a big release at Dotty about Flair on Friday night, and yeah. So what I'm going to do is sort of just go lightly up like this, sort of widen it a bit, trying to sort of lighter and darker. So we've got that one. Now I need to decide, am I going to use the pink or are we going to keep it blue? What do we think? I'm not going to use the pink. So let's get that out of the way. I've got a brand, well, it's not brand, well, it is new, but I've had it for a while. But I've now got proper ink storage and proper storage for Nouveau drops, and I love it. I just can't stop looking at it. Anyway, you've not come here to hear about that. To be fair, there's been quite a lot of change in my scrappy room, so I should maybe do an updated room tour. Maybe not quite as long as last time. I don't know. Probably bore you guys, won't it? So maybe not. Okay, so I'm just going to wipe that just so I don't spread that colour. And this time, I'm going to go a bit longer and a bit different pattern. So this one is Fiesta Blue from Catherine. Okay, so sort of here. To be honest, you might not even be able to tell much of a difference, but we know it's different. I just like the idea of these sort of strips and chunks of stenciled ink. Thought in my head it looked good. Whether that translates to paper remains to be seen. So I'm liking how that's looking, liking where we're going with it. So now we'll come back here and still got some of it there. Do a little bit more there. So I'm just using these stencil brushes, blending brushes, which I have quite a few of them now, and I love them for doing stencils. Find them a bit easier than the sort of traditional blending brushes, sort of the blending tools rather. So I am trying to go for different heights and different sort of styles. There will of course be some repeats, and that's absolutely fine. Okay, so that's our third. So we're probably going to end up, well we're going to have four strips rather than like Kathy's, but that's okay. I'm sure Kathy won't mind me going rogue. Probably the Scraplift series, May I Scraplift You, that I've joined. Should have warned you guys that I go rogue quite a lot. Just had some ink there that was bothering me, sorry. And now we are going to, what are we going to do? Let's go a bit different. Let's go wild. Let's go here. Of course, you're not going to see much of this strip or that one, or a bit of both, because my photo is going to go on. I'm doing it quite roughly, just going up like that, and that is our finished strips. I quite like the result. Okay, let's just get rid of this inky ink. There we go. Okay, so covered in ink. Now I'm going to do a few splashes. I think I want to use a bit of turquoise. Let's just see. There we go. Sorry guys, I hadn't opened this one, which I really should do before filming really. But you know me and my faffing, so there we go. So let's see. I might just use a bit of scrap paper to do a bit of a test. I really need to swatch all this sort of stuff. No, I don't need to do a test, I love that. So I'm going to do these, which is, I'm going to shake it first. This is turquoise, as I say, and this is a gloss spray, so it's going to give a lovely shine. And I know Kathy loves these gloss sprays as well. So I'm going to go, with this turquoise, I'm going to go on the darker blue, and then with the darker blue, the mica mist, I'm going to go on the lighter ones. Or I'm just going to spread it. That was quite wide. I'm just going to spread it all over, guys. I can't do controlled splatters. I know you should use a pen or something, shouldn't you? Should we try that? never done it before. I can't say I noticed a difference. It's probably because I'm quite heavy-handed as well. Okay, so we've got those splatters there, then let's put a few at the end here. Kathy's is quite splatterful as well, so I don't mind the splatters going a bit all over. I quite like the look, to be honest. Okay. And it's quite a minimal layout for our Kathy and for me. So that's a nice change now and again. I do like doing them now and again. But this is what I like to add the colour. So although, yes, there is a lot of white space, there's a lot of colour and there's going to be a lot of interest on the page. So it's not going to be like our last week mixed media frenzy layout that we scrap lifted. So yeah, I like it. Then let's do some mica mist. This blue is absolutely stunning. That's going everywhere as well. Okay, I've turned it round now, so where it was going, but it's still going everywhere. I'm just going to go in and we're just going to go like this. It's gorgeous colouring. So we've definitely focused on blue on this layout, of course. So I will try and pick blue embellishments. That said, if the sort of beigey, the browny sand colour and the pink matches, if I have something that I want to use, then I will use that as well. Okay, so we're just going to go a bit splatter crazy down here. There we go. So I'm going to set that off to dry for a moment. Okay. I was going to use a bit of gold, but I don't think we will actually. Okay, there we go. I just had to get there. Now I'm just going to set that aside there. You are seeing truly my whole process now. I need a new mat really, or I need a deep clean of this mat. But that takes time away from making flair and scrapbooking with you. Okay, now we are going to cut our photo down. So I'm just going to use this as a guide. I want a lot of that, the sky, so we'll do it about there. And I am going to use the scissors purely because it doesn't matter if the edges are a bit wonky because you're not going to see it. So this is going to be one of, don't know if I can say the first, but certainly one of the very few layouts with no patterned paper. I can't say if I've done one before, to be honest. I can't recall one. So that's exciting. Thank you, Kathy, for inspiring me to choose your layout, scraplift your layout, and do one with no patterned paper. That's exciting. I guess because obviously we've got the frame, we don't need patterned paper. Okay, so I'm just folding in these tape bits because the tape gun that I use is strips, so it comes out in strips. Okay, so that's gonna go there. Now, of course, we still have lots of sticky, but that's fine because it's going there. Oh, I've not done that one right. Pop them under. Oh, these aren't going too well. Of course it isn't. This is Adam. Okay, so there we go. Just scrumple that one down there. Okay, so that is our framed photo. I adore these frames. And what I was thinking is we could have something like that, because in our inspiration, Kathy does have a little frame with some tickets there, so I might use tickets or whatever we've got. Kathy's used the simple stories, simple vintage beach, no, simple vintage, you know which one I mean. The sort of beached vintage seasidey one. So we're not quite dry, so what I'll do is I'll use some kitchen roll, I think. And we're just going to go across it like so. And again. There we go. That will do. I just think that's the better way of doing it, just because then you don't get the smudges. So let's see. I want to put. It's still not 100% dry, but I'm fine with that. I think we've finished with the frames, because I don't think we need that. And I don't really want to waste it on being tucked behind. Now, I quite like this treasured moment because it's white on white with the blue popping out. So in real life, you can see it. And I quite like the idea of that. Okay, so I wonder if we can use any of these. Have you tried 49er Market rub-ons? Do you like them? Do you hate them? I know there was a lot of issue with rub-ons back in the day. And I do have some older rub-ons that I have picked up like in sales or second hand. And they aren't the best, but these are just marvellous. I love them. So I'm just going to layer those on top of there. They're like mixed media style rub-ons, so that'll give a nice little bit of interest there. And again, it doesn't matter if we don't get it all down. I'd like to get most of it down though. What am I doing? Haven't pressed tight enough there. So it just gives that little bit of interest, I think. Love the way that looks. Again, it's something you probably can only see most in real life. Probably wasn't the best layout to do on camera. Okay, so that can go in there. And I'm actually going to use this strip that I've cut from a previous layout. And this is all from the Sky and Navy rub-on pack. I love these colours. I'm going to use this navy rub-on, and I'm going to use it sort of through here again, which is just going to help highlight my title. So JD 3D Print is a in-house brand at Hey Little Magpie, and it was set up by the owner, Sarah, who has become a good friend. Sarah, set up by her son, so he's only a young kid, and he set up this business, and it's amazing. The quality is outstanding, and there's so many different styles, and they're growing all the time. So if you're in the UK, that said, if you are not in the UK, Hey Little Magpie now ship international once again. It did stop for a while over you know what, but it has now resumed. I would definitely advise checking them out. So that's come out beautifully, and now when we pop that on, it's just going to give that extra little oomph for the little title piece. And then what have we got in this one? So of course I do need to remind myself of Kathy's layout. So we've got some sort of card behind there with a pop of red. I quite like the idea of doing that. So let's look in the embellishment pack. I'm not sure we're going to have anything, but we do have, that's a bit big, we do have this sort of film strip and a couple of pinky flowers. So that could go there. And I will use pink. I'm not the biggest fan, as we know, but I won't avoid it. So I quite like the look of that. Then next to me I do have the February Dotty About Flare release. All of these are now available. So I do want to bring some of them in. For a start, I want to bring in a hibiscus plant. I don't know if these are hibiscus actually, these die cuts. So we've got one there that's just poking out slightly. And they're also available in minis, so let's get a mini on as well. So I'm going to pop that one sort of there, loving that. I don't think there are any tickets in this collection. Let's have a look. There are. Let's dig out those ticket pieces. Sorry if not everything is on the camera. It's quite difficult because the desk is quite full. I am in the process of having a big sort out once again, as I said. So let me know down below if another room tour is something you would like to watch. I'm happy to do it, I just don't want to spend a while doing it if it's not really of interest. Okay. So, living at the beach. I want tickets. Where are you, tickets? We've got a green one, we've got blue and a pink one there. And they're going to go on the layout, so I am going to staple them together, just like so. And they're going to go sort of there. And of course this is going to be quite a minimalistic layout, which is good now and again. Just want to see if that works there. I'm not sure, we'll discuss that later. Right, let's get this stuff stuck down and then we'll add a few finishing touches, and that is this I Scraplift You Mixed Media Frenzy Gone Mad layout done. Okay, so for this I'm going to use my Nuvo Deluxe adhesive, which I finally have a new one that isn't clogged up, and I haven't messed up the cap, so it's not all squidgy. And I'm also using this because obviously we have got mixed media, whether it is only stamping and splatters, so it's not bowing, warping at all, but there is wet stuff on there, and I don't want this to fall off. Okay, so that is going to go sort of here. I'm going to let that sit. I have just thought as well, how many little things do we get? So there should be another floral piece in here. Come out, wherever you are. There we go. So we have got this floral piece as well, so I'm going to put that there before that dries. So of course Kathy has her little cluster down here, and I do want to follow her layout in terms of the design. So we've got that going there. Could have potentially used a big one as well, but that's fine. That just introduces a little pop of green, which I quite like. Then we do have a little pinky hibiscus there, so I'm going to use a bit of Nuvo Deluxe because that is epoxy, and I don't really want the dimension with epoxy. So with the epoxy flare, from Dotty Back Flare, I would advise just general tape or wet glue. But don't overload it because, of course, there is a card part of the parts, like a piece of card, so you don't want to make that too wet, of course. So just a teeny weeny bit, and I'm going to move them there, like so. These hibiscus flowers as well, they're available now. You can choose your own colour as well out of a multitude of colours, which is fun. Okay, so we're going to get this down. Got some tape there, and I'm just going to put just a little bit of glue there. And I am going to keep this clean by wiping it as well, so I don't have the same issue. And then I'm just going to put a little bit here. I don't mind if this is up a little bit because I just think it adds to the sort of beachy texture. To be fair, I put that much on now that it shouldn't do that anyway. Okay, and then we've also got this one as well. Okie dokie, so I need to try and do 3 things at once. So we're going to have our photo at that angle, that at that angle, and then this is going to come in here like so, but we want that to go over there. Okay, so that's going to go like so. Happy with that placement. Just hold this down for a minute while the glue adheres to it. That is now down very, very solid. Okay. Okay, then we're going to put these tickets on, because I know I want the tickets on because Kathy has. There we go, and I do love a ticket. Not sure about this, so I'm going to leave that out because I don't think a tab on a tab works. Just want to pull a Bramble Fox product out. So I know Kathy loves these as well, so I am going to use a couple of the Bramble Fox Seagulls. That always works. These are so popular at Bramble Fox that they have brought them back / kept them as a permanent fixture, which is good news because I love them. There we go. So we've got one that's going to sort of go like so, and then let's have one that goes like this. They're just an easy scattering piece, I say. You can scatter a seagull anywhere. Okie dokie. So let's pop that one there. I think that'll do for now. I'll see if we add a third. I can just go there. Pop a bit of Nuvo on here. I think now I've got a Nuvo that I haven't messed the nozzle up on, I will use it a lot more for things like this. It's definitely better than tape because tape does deteriorate sometimes. Okay, and then that one's going to go there. Then we've got our floweries going on. So let's have a light with a light, dark and a dark with a light. So we want these going sort of there. Let me just pull this in. That's going to go there. Then we've got another hibiscus. I'm gonna put that there, and a mini one. These mini epoxy are honestly so cute. And I'm actually going to put that up there. And then we'll put these at the other end. And I'm thinking, we're not far off being done. 35 minutes in, I should think so too. Says my viewers. Okay, so let's go in there. And I want another epoxy. Okay, so I'm going to put that one there, but I'm going to cover up the purple bit. So let's pop that there. And then let's put a little hibiscus, why not? Let's scatter them across the page. That one can go there. Okay, so I am going to add just a couple of sequins. I'm going to use my sequin picker-upper, which has worn off its stickiness. Okay, so I'm just going to put a few blodges of glue. Got one. Of course it's not stuck. They never stick for me using them like this. That's why I don't often do it, because I just don't have the patience. Okay, then we've got that one. That one can go there. Okay, so we've got a couple of sequins there. Let's put a couple up here. So I don't want many, it's just that little pop of sparkle. This is probably one of my favourite sequin mixes. I just love the blues in it. I just think they're gorgeous. Okay, that one's not really stuck yet. And it's not gonna. And the sequins, when you're putting them on your layouts like this, work beautifully with Dotty About Flair. Hence why we have our second kit with the third coming up soon. It's another one that's not sticking, not put enough glue. Although that seems quite a lot of glue, but we'll work with it, we'll work with it. Okay, and then I'm just going to put one here, and one here. So like I said, not loads, just that little bit of sparkly sparkle. So that's going to go there. Okie dokie. Let's have a quick look at the bubbles. Bubbly trinkets. And then I am going to call this layout done. I would again say a massive thank you, Kathy, because your layout really inspired me today. And I just love your layout, so I hope I've done it justice. Okay, so we're going to use some of these enamel dots from Hey Little Magpie, and I'm going to sort of cluster them into sequins. So like so, I'm going to use some pink. I've just lost that sequin, pop that back. And I am using a mix of them all. I can't remember the names, I'm sorry. But if you go to Hey Little Magpie and go to New, so if you click the menu, press New, and sort by latest, you'll see them pop up. I did check that they were there. And I would strongly encourage you to give them a go, because they are, now that I'm using them, I just love them. So amazing. And yeah, perfect. Perfect little finishing touch. I'm going to use two big ones there. That one's quite far away, that wasn't intentional. And they are super, super sticky as well. Which is what we want from our goodies that are supposed to be sticky, don't we? So here, I might even bring in a bright pop there. So as you can see, they just give that finishing touch. I love them. So I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which is nothing on all these 10s. Okay, I'm gonna bring. No, I'm gonna leave it at 2. Quick look at those bubbles, and then I will leave you all in peace. This video should not have taken that long. I'm not going to use these after all, because the colours just don't work. I wasn't sure if I was going to bring in a bit of yellowy, hence why I brought them in. I'm going to add the word beachy to treasured moments, just with this sticker. Okay, beach day, I love that. So I'm going to layer that with one of my epoxy flare. Use these are little flip-flops. Maybe we could sort of layer a little shell in there. Yes, love that. Okay, and then these. I wonder if this would work with it. Why not? And that, my friends, is going to do it for this layout. So there we have it. May I scraplift you? Scrappy Cathy, please. Thank you very much for your inspiration. You are, quite simply, amazing. Thank you so much for inspiring today's layout. And thank you all for watching this video, joining me, supporting me, commenting. I promise I will get through them. I am doing a few a day. And this is our finished layout for Mixed Media Frenzy and May I Scraplift You? Scrappy Cathy. Thank you all so much for joining me. I will see you tomorrow for Ellie's Studio Sunday. Ellie Sunday. Bye for now.